Let's make a salted maple pistachio matcha and yap. Hello, hello, welcome or welcome back. Let's make this matcha. Get all the stuff out of the way. I got these at the farmer's market on Sunday. I've never been a tulip fan. I'm actually more of a daylily girl, but these tulips are going crazy this season. Crazy. You want to see them up close? Gorgeous. Just, this little purple joint up here. Love it. I'm gonna be using this Ippido tea matcha. I also hope I'm pronouncing it correctly because please don't judge how dirty my matcha supplies are. I don't really have a reason for why it's this fucking dirty, but first things first, let's pronounce my name together. Amoko. Amoko. The R's are silent. It's from Ghana. It means second born daughter. In Ghana, they would pronounce it more like Amoko. Second thing, I don't know if a lot of people say this, but I feel like I started creating content before content creating was a thing. I initially made my Instagram page, Green Lady Badger, back when I was living in Philly. So that had to be 2016 or 2017. It was a while ago. But it was basically just because I liked to cook. I liked plant-based things. I was living in Philly at the time, and my sister and her partner at the time were both like fully vegan. So I had learned a lot about alternatives. It was never really a cold turkey thing for me to stop eating meat. I still do consume fish. I don't do eggs. I don't do dairy because the skin just does not like dairy. It was more so like intuitive. Like I wasn't eating it. I was feeling better. And so it just kind of naturally phased out and I never really got a taste for it again. When I make my matcha, I like to do like a cold stir initially to make it kind of like pasty and smooth before I put in the hot water. I did get off topic though. That's probably why I don't get on here and just yap. Content creation, made a page, like to cook. Nobody in my personal life really gave a fuck about plant-based food, healthy eating, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I just made a page for it and it kind of just like took off from there. I started incorporating more of my DIY projects and movement into it, and here I am. Absolutely not an influencer. I think that term is a little cringe, actually. I like to consider myself more of like a liaison to certain things. I actually got this glass at a thrift store specifically for large matchas because every glass I had simply was just not big enough. I have this Elmhurst pistachio barista milk. Salted maple pistachio sounds delicious, actually. And put a little bit of that in here. Love this order of operations I'm working with right now, and I'm still gonna go with it. Wow. That's why my water's not warming up, is because the wrong burner was on. Okay, what else can we talk about while the water is boiling? I think every time that somebody follows me or engages with me with something that I post, I always hope that they're open-minded, because the odds that that same type of content is gonna happen again immediately after one, or just in general, like on a frequent basis, is just slim to none. I don't really have like a style of content. I don't really have a niche, if you will. But I was talking to one of the girlies at the gym a couple weeks ago. I was talking to her about that. I was telling her, you know, it's hard out here for a nicheless girl. And she said to me, "You are the niche." And it really kind of changed my mindset of trying to fit in the lane for the algorithm, for my content to be seen by people. But I think a dynamic Black girl is the idea, and I think I want to lean into that. I don't think I want to lean into that. I'm going to lean into that, speaking it into existence. I thought I timed this a lot better. I thought that the water was going to be boiled by now. Since it's not, I'm gonna actually do this order of operations the way I want to. Okay, so how I want to do it is I want to mix I love maple syrup. I want to mix the milk and the syrup together first, and then I want to put the ice in and put a little flaky salt on top, and then pour the milk on top of it, and then pour the matcha on top of it. That's what I'm about to do. I actually got this on TikTok Shop, and it is mad aggressive. Like, I kind of just go like this now, because if I turn this joint on, it will turn the whole cup of milk into foam. It's ridiculous. See, now we ready. I knew that was taking way too long. Do that little Z. Do the Z. Gorgeous. I'm always like, what's the word? Mystified. Matcha's just beautiful. I'm always like, oh my gosh. What else? I live in Charlotte. I moved here in 2022. I have also lived in Illinois, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, New York. It's a different change of pace. I miss being a pedestrian a lot. I have this Malden sea salt flakes. I put this shit on everything. I put it on bagels. I put it on cookies. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. My sister got me these straws for Christmas. So freaking cute. I love matcha. And that's another thing. If you're not into matcha yet, don't let the matcha bullies stop you from getting into it. I just learned March of last year. Oh my gosh, my matcha anniversary is coming up. That is all I really have. If you have any other questions for me or requests for certain videos, yeah, just let me know in the comments. And I did start feeling really ashamed about how dirty this was. So I'm soaking it in hot water. If anyone's on the other end, like, damn, that bitch's matcha shit was so dirty. It's getting clean.